Alright, this evening I'm going to start off by telling you a story. Now this is the story of a teenage boy who thought it would be a good idea to put a pair of roller skates on his feet, climb out his bedroom window, roller skate down his roof, onto his trampoline, and bounce into his swimming pool. Now, needless to say, this was not a good idea. But he justified his unwise actions with the phrase YOLO. Now, for those of you here who don't know what that phrase means, the word YOLO stands for You Only Live Once. Now, because of unwise actions like in this story, this term that was once so popular has now been called the carpe diem for the less intelligent, and is usually used to justify less than intelligent actions. But I was reading my Bible the other day, and it occurred to me that we as Christians are instructed to live according to the principle of YOLO. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that we should use this as a means to justify our unwise actions, but as a means to remind us that life on this earth is indeed limited. You see, Christians are very unique because we don't have limited life. We know that everyone sins and that sin has a price, and that price is death. But we also know that Jesus Christ came to this earth and died to pay that price, and that he offers eternal life to all those who accept him. But sometimes I think we allow our security of having everlasting life to keep us from acting in this life. The Bible instructs us to live according to YOLO because when we live every day with the knowledge that life is limited, it changes the way we live and even the way we witness. YOLO can change our witness in three ways. It can give us the confidence to share the gospel, it can give us the urgency to share the gospel, and it can give us the passion to share the gospel. One of the best examples of this in the Bible is Paul. Paul was very aware of how short a Christian's life can be because before he became a Christian, he was dedicated to exterminating the entire church of Jesus Christ. He knew that every day might be his last, and because of that knowledge, he went on to do great things, and he wrote a great deal of the New Testament. Now, as I was saying, the first way YOLO can change your witness is by giving us confidence. You see, when you don't have the time to gain the approval of others, gaining the approval of others loses its importance. Paul wrote Galatians 1:10, Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Paul spent the entire first part of his life trying to gain the approval of others, but after he became a Christian, he focused on winning the approval of God. He wrote in Romans 1:16, For I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes. Now, the second way that YOLO can change our witness is by giving us urgency. Jesus even said in John 4:35, Don't you have a saying, It is still 4 months until harvest. But I tell you, open your eyes and look at the fields. They are ripe for harvest. Even now, the one who reaps draws a wage and harvests a crop for eternal life, so that the sower and the reaper may be glad together. Paul truly lived with this kind of urgency. All throughout his life, he went from place to place, trying to spread the gospel as far as he could in the limited amount of time that he had. He knew that there was no time for procrastination. My third point is that YOLO changes our witness by giving us passion. You see, Paul knew that he didn't have a long time on this earth, so he was passionate, even eager to share the gospel. He wrote in Romans 1:11, I long to see, so that I may impart to you some spiritual gift to make you strong. I am obliged with Greeks and non-Greeks, both to the wise and the foolish. That is why I am so eager to preach the gospel. Paul even describes himself as a slave to Christ, and his desire to preach as an involuntary action that he is compelled to do. Paul was so passionate about Christ that he was always ready to share the gospel. Paul is an excellent example of someone in the Bible that lives out YOLO. He kept in mind that life on this earth is short. You know, it says in the Bible in James 4:13, Now listen, you who say, Today or tomorrow we will go into this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money, while you do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Christians need to remember that we do only live once, YOLO, because it's only when we remember that life is limited that we can truly live limited.